This year as president, my mission is to improve the perception of realtors by increasing our level of professionalism through communication, education, and a commitment to excellence by our members. For a little background on why this matters so much and where I'm coming from, I got into real estate when I was 25 years old. I had never bought a house before, and my last interaction with a realtor was probably when I was around 10 years old. So when I entered down this career path, I had no idea that realtors were viewed in the same light as car salespeople or even dentists. You know, you go see them every few years. Well, the dentist you should see more often. But no matter when or which, there's usually some sort of pain involved. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in that category. Even more recent, someone reminded me of an old cliche. Our reputation is only as good as our worst member. Think about that for a second. The public is judging you based on the worst realtor they've met. And on top of that, all we care about is our commission, and we make $1 million a week, according to the newspaper. The misconceptions are real, and we need to set the public straight. So how do we do that? We prove our value. We show them that we're professionals by acting like professionals. We need to be better. We need to communicate better to the public and with one another. We need to stop throwing each other under the bus to make ourselves look better. We need to quit working against each other and work with one another. I don't care what company you work for or if you've been in the business 1 year or 40 years. We are all realtors and we can all be better. So when I was thinking about what to say tonight and how to express the importance of us bettering our reputations as professionals by just being plain professional, I was reminded about a lesson I tried to teach my daughter earlier this year. Most of you know that I am the proud mom of a beautiful, bright, and also brilliant 15-year-old girl who makes my everyday worth living. And one of my favorite parts about that role is being the stereotypical soccer mom. Watching her play has been some of my proudest moments. And maybe, probably some of her most embarrassing. But she's played traveling soccer since she was about 10, and on a couple of teams. One with a lot of success, and the latter with some ups and downs. Due to the age of the girls, around 13 or 14, so maybe some attitude was involved, but it was starting to show which of the girls were there just as something they did to stay active, and which girls were there because they really wanted to play. It was almost painful for me to watch games where my daughter would give 110%, go hard the whole game, no matter what the score was, and it seemed that some of these other girls wouldn't even break a sweat. So this summer she tried out for a new team, which is high level, super competitive, and reserved for those who are serious about playing soccer. So understandably, she was nervous. On the first night of tryouts, we were talking on the drive out to the fields, and she was having a minor case of butterfly belly. I told her if she would just be herself, play hard, and do her best like she always does, she would be fine. She said, "But what if they're better than me, Mom?" I said, "Baby, even if you have amazing skills at something, if you don't have a passion for it, you'll only be good. But if you have good skills and passion, you will be amazing." And she was. She made the team, and now she's one of their leaders. The point is that to be truly successful at something, you must have a passion for what it is that you're doing and strive to be the very best that you can. Sometimes that means doing things you don't want to do. Sometimes it means not taking shortcuts, and sometimes it means being uncomfortable. And I'm not just talking about going first into a dark, spider web-filled basement, or walking through a soggy yard in high heels, or wearing a tie even when you don't have a closing. I'm talking about going above and beyond, even when you won't get the recognition. I'm talking about doing the right thing when no one is watching. And I'm talking about not doing the wrong thing while everybody is watching. One of my favorite quotes is from President Lincoln. He said, "Whatever you are, be a good one." So as realtors, let's be professional. What does that mean? Technically, a professional is defined as a person engaged in a specified activity as one's main paid occupation rather than as a pastime, a person knowledgeable, competent, or skilled in a particular activity, a person engaged or qualified in a profession. So let's take a couple of words out of there. Two key words I want to focus on: knowledgeable and engaged. Be knowledgeable. Be an expert. Be a master. Learn what there is to learn. Know everything you can about your craft. Be prepared. Be on time. And for goodness sake, read the documents you are asking your clients to sign their names to. Don't just be an agent. Be an advisor. Be engaged, get involved, find out what is going on in our industry, not just our local market. How many of you have heard of Redfin or opendoor.com? No? Honestly, you don't want to know because it's scary. But if you're not in tune with what is going on outside of your own little bubble, it's more likely to go pop. I heard someone say, whether you like it or not, if real estate is your profession, politics is your business. And now I understand that is not the reason. In fact, probably the very last reason many of us decided to sell. I mean, let's be honest, none of us got licensed so we could go argue with our legislators. We all wanted to be that agent in the newspaper making $1 million a week, right? I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not discouraging financial gain as your motivation to go to work each day. But if you are a professional, if you are a business owner, and you understand, you do understand, the industries are complex, and there is change, both micro and macro in this world that will affect all of us, and affect our gain. And when I say all, I mean all. Not just realtors, lenders, or appraisers, all of us, homeowners, your neighbors, your friends, your family. What you may not totally understand is that we can be the ones directing the change that affects us all. We don't need to argue with anyone, but we do need to share our thoughts and ideas. We do need to look out for our industry and protect private property rights. And I'm sorry, folks, but that is what you signed up for. If that sounds awful to you, that's fine. If you would rather sit back, be uninformed, and let others make the decisions about your job, your career, your income, your fate, well, that's your choice. But I hope not. I believe most of the people watching this totally get what I'm saying, are doing a great job for their clients, and are involved or giving back in some way, and some in many ways. So I know I'm preaching to the choir, but usually the choir is a great place to start and a great place to spread the gospel. So I hope it's okay that I begin here. Thank you.